Now, onwards to pages 52 and 53. Ammunition, from steel to stone. At the top says equipment, ammunition. We'll start here. According to the book of Samuel 1, chapter 17, David took his staff in his hand, chose 5 smooth stones from the stream, put them in the pouch of his shepherd's bag, and, with his sling in his hand, approached the Philistine. Then later it says, reaching into his bag and taking out a stone, he slung it and struck the Philistine on the forehead. The stone sank into his forehead, and he fell face down on the ground. At that point, Goliath of Gath was pretty well smote, and we learned that water-rounded pebbles were best for slings. In our old days, the very idea of using steel balls as disposable ammo for a catapult was absurd. We all knew the best places to find perfect oval flint pebbles of just the right size. I recall reaching into my mooching bag and feeling for the best one when spotting the pheasant in the woods. Chackers, we called them, and seeking them was an unending pursuit. But now, the cost of steel balls has dropped as part of the Chinese manufacturing boom, and Bearing Warehouse and Full Marks can both supply by the multiples of thousands in many sizes, often at lower cost than airgun pellets. I can tell you that several container loads of 9.5mm steels are sold each year in the UK trade. In China and on the continent, they target shoot with 8mm balls, so our UK team have brought some to practice with. Then there is lead. Any good at sums? A ball of lead is way more dense than steel, so an 8mm lead ball weighs the same as a 9.5mm steel one. To work out foot-pounds, you do the following sum. Brackets, joules have less flavour for me, like measuring a motorbike in kilowatts rather than horsepower. You need the weight of your projectile in grains. You need the chronometer speed measurement in feet per second that your ammo went through at. Then you multiply the speed by itself, then multiply by the grain weight, and finally divide by a constant, 450.24, to get foot-pounds. V2, brackets foot per second, multiplied by weight in grains, 450.24. The limit to power in catapults is the acceleration due to elastic retraction and how long it is able to be acted upon. Thus, a long, full butterfly draw with both arms outstretched and longer bands will make most power with a weightier projectile. Lead balls will be slower overall and have way less flat trajectories compared to steel, but will carry more energy downrange, so serious hunters use them. Next page. Other kinds of ammo. Wasp practice balls. Major effort has gone into these injection moulded balls. They come in 7 kinds, 6 10mm and 1.5 cal. They start with a .53 smooth ball of ABS in orange or black, then it's acetal at 0.67, followed by the golf ball dimpled hyperflight version, also 0.67 grams. The best seller, though, is the 0.83 gram weight-loaded hyperflight heavyweight 10mm ball with 40% mass filling. The half-inch balls also have the dimples and are a bit of a whumper. Great for catch box use indoors and easy to find outdoors. Wooden practice ammo, dried peas, acorns. Found once on a Canadian holiday, light wooden balls. They looked and felt like a bit unsatisfying. Not seen in the UK, dried peas are pointless and will make the shooter feel stupid as they just fly in silly directions. Acorns are nature's practice ammo. Pick small ones, but mostly just don't. All those things are like crayons for kids. Simple shot exploding ammo and plastics. Simple shots 10mm ABS ammo weigh 9 grams, 0.58 grams each, and grains. Simple shots 10mm ABS ammo weigh 9 grains, 0.58 grams each, and they come in bags of 100 and are orange. They also sell exploding practice balls that look great fun. They are 0.68 cal and are filled with talcum powder and burst most satisfyingly upon impact, in hundreds or serious bulk packs. Darts. Yes, in China they sell fishing reels that mount on your wrist, and ruddy huge steel darts to harpoon fish from your slingshot. Not legal in British inland waters, but you can buy the tiny 22 or .177 fluffy-ended airgun darts by Milrobe still. I shoot them at dartboards, and they go point first in only a few feet. Shoot them with the furry bit hanging out the bottom of your pouch, and beware hand hits. Armex Barrage nickel-plated precision steels. Unlike our bulk purchase commodity steel balls, which are technically UHC for unhardened carbon steel, the Armex folks have for some time sold their top-end barrage slingshot ammunition. These are nickel-plated steel and are rolled to a much higher level of spherical precision. Sold at 50 by 3/8 inch / 55 grains, or 200 by 1/4 inch at 16 1/4 grains, and 30 half inch at 130 grains, or 200 1/4 inch at 16 1/4 grains. And finally, ticket price £3.25 per pack, but you may find them for less. These are like the difference between Marksman .22 airgun plinker pellets at £7.50 a tin and the Air Arms sealed cans of £16.99 posh target wad cutters. These just look more perfectly round, and if there is any deviation to be had from a catapult shot steel ball, these will do it less. A choice for obsessive target marksmen. In the black box, cast your own lead balls. 2 levels of this: a saucepan on a camping stove and an iron ladle with heavy clamped together aluminium moulds, with a large sprue part to slice off afterwards. That is the cheaper and more effort, lower quality result. Then you have the legendary Lee production pot from Henry Crank with a Lee musket ball mould, or better yet, the brand new latest lead ball mould from ProShot, seen here for the first time. That's them right there. They were very new back then. It is an electric crucible and needs a stout mains extension to the shed with door open or just outdoors, as really good ventilation is vital for both. You can pour the melted lead with great control. Sold for £77.50. Here, let's check I've got the link highlighted. One click and you can be buying a lead pot. ProShot lead ball moulds are created to make a lot of balls without becoming absurdly fatiguing. Muskets may get fired a few times, but sling shooters go through ammo at a rate. So ProShot developed prototypes until their moulds locked easily and could be used without Hulk grip and hurting you to use after a few dozen. These are not cheap, but you pay for the fact that you can make 100 in a sitting and still shoot the next day. Cunningly made and available here. There we go.